Okay, warm up 9-1 and 9-2. I don't want to necessarily do all of them all the way. But 1/4 to the y equals 64. Reciprocate this. That would be 4 to the negative y. 4 cubed. So therefore y is negative 3. On number 2, since this is 3 to the 1, and this is 3 to the 1/2, 3 to the what equals 3 to the, and what do I do with those exponents? Add them, so it's 1/2. Therefore, y is 1/2. Okay, next, 2 to the what equals 1 over 128. Well, I can tell you right now, 128 is 2 to the 7th. So to reciprocate this, 2 to the what equals 2 to the negative 7th. Therefore, y is negative 7. Okay? Next. Okay, number 4 is a common log. Common log means it has an understood base 10. There's that understood base 10. So 10 to the y equals 10. So what's y? 1. What's the understood base on a natural log? There's a little imaginary e right here. So this is saying e to what power is e to the 2/3? So y is 2/3. This one's saying e to the 3rd is w. You can put that in your calculator. Questions about putting that in your calculator? It's an understood base e right here, and it's e to the 3rd equals w. So that becomes 20 point whatever that was. W is just a variable that we're solving for. Okay, next section on condensing logs using the properties of logs. Here it goes. This one would be log base 4, and you would multiply 3 times 12. And since 4 to what power is 36? Nothing normal that I know, so just leave it in log form. So on your quiz, leave it in log form if it doesn't come out something normal. We're going to learn about change of base formula next. But at this point, you don't know about that. So here is number 8. This 3 is an exponent to the 8. So it's log base 5. 8 cubed. And because this was minus, I'm going to do what? Divide by x. So that's log base 5 of 512 over x. Last, log base 3. 6 times 7 is 42. Divide by 2, that's 21. 3 to what power is 21? Nothing normal I know, so leave it as a log. Next, I'll just write the answers here. You guys don't need explanation. Here we go. I don't know. Number 10, log base 2 of 6 plus, and I'm going to do 2 steps at 1. I'm going to go ahead and pull this power down. 2 log base 2 of x. I'm going to pull this 3 down. Log base 2 of y. And then that is a power of what? 1/2. So 1/2 log base 2 of z. There's your answer for number 10. Long 4 different terms for number 10. For number 11, I'm going to pull this power down, so that's negative 5 natural log e plus 3 natural log x plus natural log y. And what's the important thing I should simplify in there? Good. ln e is saying e to what power is e? And that's just an understood 1. So this together should just be written as a negative 5, and then the rest of this stuff. Okay? Alright, and then, oh, on the back, yeah, since I was brain dead when I made those instructions for you on 12, 13, and 14, really, I just want you to write in exponent form, because you do not know the change of base formula yet, so write in exponent form. So, it's real simple. 3 to the y equals 5. 7 to the y equals 3.25. And understood e to the y equals 7.37. Alright. Last one here. Okay, don't forget, it's difficult to make a long table. So you need to make the what kind of table? Okay, you need to make the exponent. So let's invert, let's say, this is saying 4 to what power is x? But let's come over here and invert it. Do the inverse. What would be the inverse? 4 to the x equals y. Okay. Now let's do a table of that. I just make up 0 and 1. 4 to the 0 is 1. 4 to the 1 is 4. Now, how do I get back over here to this table? Good. Switch your x and y values. So my log table is really 1, 0 and 4, 1. Which one was that? 1, 0 and 4, 1 was what? B? Okay. And so then the other ones were going up, down, all that. So tell me the answers there for that. We got number 16 is A, 17 is C, 18 is D, 19 is E, and 20 is F. Questions on the domain and range. Let me do these last 3. Look, for that one, there's your asymptote, which is changing the domain from 3 to infinity. But what's the range?
Negative infinity.
Okay, negative infinity to infinity, and its asymptote is x equals 3. This one's domain, and look at that, it has an asymptote right there. Negative 3 to infinity, range, negative infinity to infinity, asymptote, x equals negative 3. Do not just say negative 3, because I don't know if you're saying x equals that or y equals that. Here, this is interesting. This was that one that was reflected because it had the negative log. Our domain is 0 to infinity. Range is still negative infinity to infinity. You might be tempted to want to say infinity to negative infinity, but remember you always write these in order from least to greatest. So you still write it negative infinity to infinity. And the asymptote, x equals 0. Okay, so there's that one.